Hello, and welcome to another Kickstarting Tabletop. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about a game called President Wars, which has three different variations. It has a one called War, which is just basic war. There's another one called a card and dice battle. And then there's the one that we played, the variation we played, which is called the cabinet. And I'll go first, and I'll just say, I did not like it. If I wanted to play a game where I rolled dice, I would play something else.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee. I would play Yahtzee. Yeah, exactly. Because that's all you did was roll the dice. We ended up towards the middle of it, just rolling the dice to try and get the people in the middle, because it was a lot quicker than fighting the people in the cabinet or fighting one of his people to take his people. One thing I did like about the game is the artwork is beautiful. Here's all the here's Lincoln, Washington, and then we have our most recent and current Barack Obama. So they look very nice, very well done. I do have to admit though the backing looks a little cheesy to me, just a little bit. But otherwise, you know, the artwork on the face of the card is very nice. What do you have to say about it?
I completely agree. If I want to just roll dice, I'll go play any dice rolling game. Take your pick. I really like the concept. It's almost an educational game in that on say George Washington's card, he gets bonuses for being various positions within the cabinet that he held or helped create, as well as bonuses for being one of the two presidents to sign, say, the Declaration of Independence, or World War II veterans that were presidents get bonuses for being grouped together. So it's a nice creative educational tool, yeah. But the gameplay could definitely use some work.
Yeah, I think so.
I like the idea of the cabinet, and it's just too much dice rolling is what it boils down to. You need to find some other random tool to, because I understand why they put the dice, is so you don't just have Washington, whose value is 25, go and beat everybody. You've got to add some randomness, but there's too much.
The dice rolling is a little excessive. We would sit there and probably roll the dice 20 times each
for one fight.
Yeah, for one fight. That's ridiculous. We don't need to do that. I do like how, like, you know, if I roll a 9 and you roll a 6, I can recover that 9. That's neat.
Right.
But then I think that adds into
that also makes the battles last longer because you're healing and whatnot.
Yeah. So what would you rate it?
Like, on a 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 4. It's and this is still a game that's being worked on. Their first Kickstarter actually failed. The second one was actually to complete the goal, they only needed one person to back it.
Yeah.
And then they made exactly enough copies for everybody that backed it as kind of a trial, and I think that's what they were looking for this, was to try and get feedback on the game,
right.
To see what they could do when they come out with their next Kickstarter, to change it and make it more people friendly.
I would say, me personally, I would say a 4 as well, because I don't typically like dice rolling games where you just sit there and throw the die. But let's say you did like dice rolling games, what would you rate it at?
Well, I don't really like dice rolling games.
I'm just saying, if I liked dice rolling games, I would probably say about a 6.
If I were my brother, who can roll a Yahtzee on one roll 3 times in a row, I've seen it happen, then I would give it a very high score as well. I'd put it up at a 7 or 8.
Oh wow. Okay.
But like I said, a lot of that score factors from the unique theme, I guess,
right.
Which really is the star of this game.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I gave it a 4. Tyler gave it a 4. So if you like dice rolling games, you may enjoy it a little bit better. So that's President Wars. Go look it up. See if you want it, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.